It happened on an ordinary Tuesday morning in the heart of downtown San Francisco, the kind of day when people rush through their routines with coffee cups and deadlines, unaware that something extraordinary is about to unfold right before their eyes. Inside a popular breakfast cafe called the Clover Spot, tension filled the air. The billionaire Meredith Langford, CEO of one of the biggest tech empires in America, was sitting at her reserved table, surrounded by assistants, bodyguards, and silence. Everyone in that cafe knew her, everyone feared her, and no one, absolutely no one, ever dared to correct her until that morning, when a single dad in a worn-out jacket quietly looked her in the eyes and said, "Ma'am, sit down. If you believe in kindness, courage, and second chance, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Light of Kindness. It helps us bring more real and emotional stories to you every week." Meredith Langford wasn't an evil woman. She was powerful, sharp, and known for her ruthlessness in boardrooms, but beneath the tailored suits and luxury, Heels was a woman who had forgotten what warmth felt like. Her mornings began with control and ended with commands. Employees around her whispered that her heart was made of steel, and her smile was reserved only for cameras and contracts. That morning, she had a meeting with a small non-profit cafe owner she planned to buy out to expand her luxury co-working franchise. Her assistant had warned her, "They're struggling financially, ma'am. It'll be easy to close the deal." That cafe was the Clover Spot, a place owned and managed by a single dad named Ethan Rowe, 36 years old, once an engineer, now a man surviving day by day. He had lost his wife to cancer 4 years earlier and quit his corporate job to be there for his little daughter Mia, who was just 8. Ethan poured every ounce of love he had left into his cafe, the same cafe where his wife once baked muffins and played old jazz records on the weekends. It wasn't just a business for him, it was a memory, a heartbeat, a promise he refused to let die. When Meredith arrived with her team, people straightened up. The soft morning hum of conversation stopped. Ethan noticed her right away. Elegant, commanding, eyes sharp as glass, she sat down, glancing around with a faint expression of disapproval, as if the place wasn't worth the air it occupied. "You're Mr. Rowe?" she asked without looking at him. He nodded. "Yes, ma'am. Welcome to Clover Spot. Can I offer you some coffee?" She ignored the question. "Let's be quick. I have a meeting in 20 minutes. Her tone sliced through the air. Ethan's hands trembled slightly as he handed her the papers. She had requested her assistant, a nervous young woman, kept glancing between them, anticipating another storm. Meredith flipped through the documents with impatience, tapping her pen again. "The table, Mr. Rowe. I'll be honest with you," she said. "This business model is unsustainable. You're operating at a loss, and this location is prime real estate. I'm offering you $300,000. Take it, and you can start over somewhere else." Ethan forced a calm smile. "Ma'am, this cafe is just a shop to me. It's my daughter's memory of her mother. It's the only home we have left for the next hour." The billionaire stayed. She watched as Ethan brewed coffee for his customers by name, as Mia handed out napkins, and giggled when people complimented her muffins. As regulars shared stories and laughter, there was no pretense here, only warmth. Something in Meredith softened with every passing minute. She realized she had spent years surrounded by people who feared her, not respected her. Her world was filled with transactions, not connections. When she finally stood again, her voice was gentler. "Mr. Rowe, I won't be buying your cafe," she said, "but I do have a proposition." Ethan looked surprised. "I'm starting a new community program, one that supports small businesses like this. If you're willing, I'd like the Clover Spot to be our first partner." The cafe erupted in quiet applause. Ethan blinked back tears, unable to find words. "Thank you," he whispered. Meredith smiled. A real smile this time. "No, Mr. Rowe, thank you for reminding me that not everything worth building has to be made of glass and steel." That afternoon, as she left the cafe, she paused outside, watching the single dad lift his daughter into his arms. The sunlight fell softly across the window, reflecting the painted words, "A place for everyone." For the first time in years, Meredith Langford felt lighter. The city outside buzzed as always, but in her chest there was peace, fragile, new, and deeply human. In the following weeks, the story of the Clover Spot spread. Local news picked it up, and people started visiting from across the city. Not for luxury, but for love. Meredith returned a few times, not as a billionaire, but as a friend. Sometimes she'd bring her laptop and work quietly in the corner, sipping the same coffee she once dismissed. Ethan never mentioned the day he told her to sit down, but she never forgot it, because that was the day someone finally saw her. Not as a name or a fortune, but as a person who had forgotten how to feel. So, In a small cafe filled with sunlight, the ruthless billionaire and the struggling single dad found something neither had expected. Redemption, not through power or profit, but through humility, courage, and the reminder that kindness still has the power to change lives. If this story touched your heart or reminded you that compassion can heal even the hardest souls, please like, comment, and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Light of Kindness for more stories that warm your heart and restore faith in humanity. And before you go, tell us in the comments, have you ever seen kindness change someone's heart? Your story might inspire someone today.